I can't. I don't know what's going on with it. It won't let me click on like no buttons on the phone. I don't know. Oh, what's happening, man? What's happening? We live. We live. We live. I'm trying to get live on IG, but my phone is wilding, wilding, man. I guess the rain. I guess the rain affected my phone. What's happening, man? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all for hanging out and waiting on your boy. Let me get myself together. Put my banner in place. Y'all welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the price section recap for August 1st, 2022. While we waiting on my phone to get together and waiting on the cousins to come back in, let's get the pleasantries out the way. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every day, to do Tim's Tidbits, talking about the price action in the market for that day. We get on in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and talk about what we expected the market to do based off the price action from overnight. Then we get on at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and we review what the price action did and relate it to, did it do what was most probable in our technical analysis, or if it wasn't, if it did go that way, if we took any trades, what trades we took, if we got stopped out. So I just try to do it in real time to show people what a trader would do. People say, hey, I want to leave my job and I want to be a full-time trader. So I just try to show people what a full-time trader would do. Every course I've ever taken, I've never had the opportunity of having somebody to walk with me hand in hand and show me what a trader would do in different scenarios and different situations on a day-by-day basis, without charging a fee. And I don't have any knock against anybody charging a fee, but it's my choice to share it for free 99 on Al Gore's internet. So if you get anything out of these videos that I do every day, please click the like button. Spider Gang told me the like is on this side of the screen, but when I look at YouTube, the like is on that side of the screen. So whichever side of the screen your like button is on, please click the like button and then click the little arrow and click the share button. Share it with one cousin you like and one cousin you don't like, so we can come together and build this generational wealth. What's going on, Big Draco in the building? What's up, Draco? Let me see who up in here. Ramon is up here. Little Timmy Rogers was Little Timmy Rogers was picking up his eldest son from football practice. And let me see. I'm turning my phone. Let me turn my phone back on. I want IG to know where we at. He'll supposed to get out of football practice at 6 o'clock. I got there at 6 o'clock, and then I sat there until 6:25, and they finally came strolling off of the football field back over to the locker room. And so that is why I'm running late. Cool it now. You better cool it now. What's going on, cool it? Ramon came out to play. What's up, Laverne? What's going on, Laverne? What up, Red? If you still in here, I don't know if these people still in here. This from early. What's up, Mendez? Michelle Tucker. Appreciate that. Cool it now for saying that right there. Kevo, we in here. What's going on, Tasha? Tasha. Hey, y'all see Tasha with the new profile pic right there. Tasha giving them America's Next Top Model with the new profile pic. We see you, Tasha. What's up, Rhonda Green? You got on a tiara? Rhonda Green, you got on a tiara? All right then, I see you, Rhonda. Tam Nelson. I'm gonna go with that. What's up, Tam Nelson? I know I said 15 minutes, but it ended up being 30. I appreciate you. I'm here to learn and share. Oh, that's so nice. You already knew I was going to say appreciate you. Tap Skim, what's going on? Hello again. Big Draco in the building. Who are here? Everybody. What's up, Jay? Fario. He said I be saying it wrong, so I'm going to say it different every time I say it until I get it right. Queen today. That's what I'm talking about with the tiara. You know what I'm saying? Give them the queen. Give them the queen. Give them queen. Give them queen. Come on, give them queen. Jared Early. That's my brother Jared Early in the building right there. If anybody don't know, that's a very famous gospel rapper right there by the name of Jared Early. Y'all go check his music out on all streaming platforms. Jared Early. Some people call him Jariel. Hey, we got all the pleasantries out the way. Let's go ahead and get to it, man. Boop, boop, beepity boop, boop, bop. Beepity boop, boop, bop. Shit. Oh, I supposed to be. Hold on. Let me get man, my phone ain't come back on. I supposed to be getting IG tapped in, but my phone ain't. I don't know what's going on with my phone, man. There it is. It's coming back on now. It was acting real crazy. Let's go. Let's see what's happening. I got it on monthly candles. Why is it on monthly candles? It's probably from, we was talking about something this morning. Why I set it to monthly candles, didn't it? I had it set to monthly candles for some reason. I can't remember what we was talking about this morning. Okay, let's drop down and see how we finished up the day. I'm liking this price action. I'm liking this. We got down and we overlapped this day right here. This wick came down and overlapped this day right here. Making sure we don't leave no another fair value, no another daily fair value gap, because we gapped up slightly on the day for the ES. We gapped up slightly. Excuse me, and then we sold down back into this wick right here, making sure we didn't leave a daily fair value gap there. That's good. And then in the after hours, we have gapped down. We have gapped down and pushed down a little bit. I'm liking this price action. I really hope we can go ahead and kind of stay to the downside a little bit throughout the night. And then that way, when we open up in New York tomorrow, we can come on down and maybe get at least into this daily fair value gap right here and take back off. Do I think that's likely? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I would love to see that. You know what I'm saying? At least come down and take care of this daily fair value gap tomorrow and then start pushing back up. Cause y'all know how I like when I'm doing if I'm bullish. Is my mic super hot? I'm sitting close to my mic, so I hope it ain't super hot. Let me tap let me put IG in real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. And again, man, while I'm putting the IG in, I just want to apologize to y'all again about yesterday, man. That was crazy. That person pulling up doing that foolishness. From now on, before I put somebody on screen, they're gonna have to let me know in the chat that they either somebody I know, because I have a private chat on my side that y'all can't see. They're gonna have to let me know that they either somebody I already know or somebody that's not being a freaking pervert. But I just want to apologize to y'all again for that, because you know what I'm saying, I'm just used to like people pulling up and being 100, and so I just pop them on the screen like, yo, what's cracking, what's going on, and they out here with the foolishness yesterday. So you know what I'm saying, I apologize to y'all. Y'all had to endure that foolishness. But yeah, what's going on, Kareem? So yeah, I'm liking this price action. Y'all know how I like when I'm bullish, I like to go down first and then go up. If I'm bearish, I like to go up first and then go down. You know what I'm saying? Well, Tim, why you like to do that? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. If I'm bullish, I don't want to stretch the rubber band out. Or if bullish or bearish, I don't want to stretch the rubber band out too far in one direction. So I want to go the other way, run stops, and then head the way I want to go. Because when you stretch the rubber band too far in one direction, you constantly leaving people that the algos got one point this way. You leaving people that the algos got to go back and pick up. So the farther away you leave them people, the farther back you got to go in the other direction to pick them back up. So I just rather go on and get them now, go back, let's go back, pick up, run them stops, and then go. You know what I'm saying? If we going down, let's go up, run them buy stops, and go down. If we going up, let's go down, run them sell stops, then go up. That's just that's the way I like to do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it happen like that all the time? No, it don't. Sometimes it just run without you, and those be the times that I miss the trade. That it's just not my trade. That's not my setup. That's not my trading style. Let's let's go down and look at what went on for today. Okay, when I like the day, like I said, it did exactly what, you know what I'm saying. It did pretty much what I thought it was gonna do. Like when we was on the live, I got on live late. It was like after the market had opened, and we was in this 10 o'clock candle right here already. I think I got on at like 9:50 or something like that. We was in this green 10 o'clock candle right here, right? And so we was forming this candle here, and we started coming back down, and we was looking at this 15-minute fair value gap that I had mapped out. I had marked out this 15-minute fair value gap, and then once we came up here and broke through the buy side liquidity right there from Friday's high, and then from June 9th's high, we got up in there. You see, we never did fill that fair value gap, but we got up in there and we started pushing back down. And when we was coming down, we had set a 5-minute fair value gap up in here somewhere, right? Let's drop all the way down so we can like really see it, right? So boom, we set a 5-minute fair value gap right here, right? This before we went up. Okay, so we set the 5-minute fair value gap before we went up. So when we was coming back down to the 15-minute fair value gap. So we set the 5-minute fair value gap, and then so that's during the 11 o'clock hour. So that's during the 11 o'clock candle, right? So we came down, we kissed that 15-minute fair value gap, and then we started pushing back up. And I was like, Pete, we did not fill this fair value gap, right? We came down here, we ran the sell side liquidity, right? We came up, we took out the buy side liquidity. Boom. We came, you know what I'm saying? So we ran the stops to the bottom, we ran the stops to the top, right? And when we ran the stops to the top, we came all the way down, but we did not fill this fair value gap. Right at that moment, when we did that, I said, this is giving me Chop City vibes. This is giving me take your money vibes, right? So we went up and we had this 5-minute fair value gap, and I was like, okay, we done pushed through the 5-minute, so we gonna push up a little bit, right? So we pushed up, choppity, 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 chop. Then we came right back down to that 15-minute fair value gap that I was talking about, even lower, and we went below the New York Open, right? So boom, here we go. In this trade right here, this trade actually came down looking for me. Spyline, look how much Spyline loved me. She came looking for me. Y'all remember when I said, in order for me to take this trade, right, with my risk tolerance, right, my entry would be around it was either 103 or 104, right? So the bottom right there is 4097, right? 4097. Look how much Spyline loved me. She came looking for me. 4097 plus 8, right? Minus 1, because I needed 1 point below the thing. So I'm gonna do a 4096, because that's where I want my stop to be, plus 8. That's my max risk I'm willing to give, right? Boom. 4104. Where did this come to? This came down to 4103.25. Spyline came down there looking for me. Spyline said, Tim, I know you down here. Where you at? I'm coming looking for you. Came looking for me. That was my max risk tolerance. And then right there, that's the fair value gap that I have mapped out, right? I said, hey, I needed to come down to at least 4104 or 410, somewhere around 4104 for me to be getting in. It's 3 ticks lower than the New York Open. Spyline came down there looking for me. She came at the wrong time, though, because it was 1355 candle that it got down there. Spyline, I wasn't there, baby. I wasn't there. And then we went back up into this fair value gap again and started just dilly-dallying down to the lower side, right? So it's giving me, you know what I'm saying, some slow push down gap work vibes. That's what it's giving me here. Because we once we took out this liquidity, we left these equal highs right here, couldn't get back to it, 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 couldn't get back to it. Now that we done opened back up, couldn't get back to it. You know what I'm saying? We gapped down. We closed that at 1700. We closed up what's 1600 at 1600 candle. We closed at what's that? 41.1975. We closed at 41.1975 on the day, right? So that's 19, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 30, 1, 2, 3. So 14 points lower than we closed yesterday. I mean Friday. We closed 14 points lower than we closed Friday, right? Then on the 1500 calendar, we went up a little bit. Then on 1800, we gapped down. Boom, we gapped down 1800, came back, almost got to the top of the gap, but we closed in the actual gap part. We closed in the gap part right there, then went down, went to the body of the open. We went to the body of the open on this wick, and we pushed down. So it looked like it's trying to maybe ease down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind if we just came down a little bit lower and made, you know what I'm saying, got the liquidity up under here tomorrow, or even went down, you know what I'm saying, even went down and tested this low right here at 40.81. I wouldn't mind that right there. Anything to give us a weekly low on this Tuesday and then start pushing up. You know what I'm saying? Come down, pull back a little bit for the first couple of days, and then take off, right? To keep the bullish momentum going. Because we already, we broke above Friday. Let's see how high Spalene got up. Let me pull up a, what's the name? Let's go over here and check my baby out. Sing it with me now. Spalene, where you at, baby? Here I go. There she go. What's up, baby? How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Okay, we got a new daily. We made a new daily high. Right? We made a new daily high. We didn't make a new low, but we made a new daily high. But we still are off from this weekly high. I want the bulls to get this weekly high. We need to get that weekly high. The bottom end of this consolidation is pretty much right at the top of this fair value gap right here. Right? So this is the fighting point. Right here we closed. Did we close? What did we close at? We closed at 1471. This low, this February low is 1464. And we closed at 1477. Where I get 71 from? So the February low is 1464, and we closed today at 1477. So we closed above that February low, and we closed still with inside this area of consolidation, because we opened up into pretty much at the bottom of the consolidation on Friday. We opened up at the bottom of the consolidation on Friday, and then today we poked up, made a slightly higher high, and then we came back down and closed with inside the body of the consolidation again. So this is the fight zone. Let's go over here and look at what we got going on economic wise to see the potential speed blocks, roadblocks, whatever you want to call it. Anybody that don't know, that's on the live, that's new to it, or anybody that's on the live that don't understand how to use econoday.com. Econoday.com is my platform of choice for my website of choice, should I say, for getting economic data. You can also use forexfactory.com, forexfactory.com, FOREX factory.com, and it gives you the same information. Forex Factory, you can go in and set the range that you want. Let's do the whole week, right? Set it, apply. So I'm going from the first begin date, end date to the 5th. I just set it for the week, and boom, it show. Right now I got it filtered out to only show me the US stuff. You can also show all the different currencies, from like the Aussie, the Australian, Canadian dollar, the euro, the Great British pound, the Japanese yen. You can look at all the different currencies if you want to, but I just look at the US dollars. Tomorrow we got the JOLTS numbers. We got ISM serve. Okay, so today was the ISM manufacturing number, and Wednesday is the ISM servicing numbers. This morning I was getting it all mixed up and confused, right? I was like, one is manufacturing, one is services. I knew one was manufacturing, one was services, and I was messing it up this morning. I was like, the PMI was manufacturing, the ISM was servicing, but ISM is both. ISM has the manufacturing and the servicing, and it's like the the PMI is like producing manufacturer index, or producing something about to produce, the people that do it, that actually make the stuff. So the manufacturing numbers were today, and the services numbers are Wednesday. That's important for us because we are the greater the predominant portion of our GDP, I want to say, is service based. I think it's like 70 to 75% of our GDP is service based. So them service based numbers are very important for our GDP. We used to be more manufacturing, like back in the day when you had like a bunch of car manufacturers, but now we are more service based economy. So tomorrow we got the JOLTS numbers. That's dealing with like job openings and stuff like that. See Pete, this is what I was saying, how Econo Day and Forex Factory, they will color stuff differently sometime, right? So Econo Day got the JOLTS numbers as a green dot, right? This is a perfect example of what I was talking about before. Forex Factory got the JOLTS number as a red folder because Forex Factory is more currency. It's more for currencies like the US dollar, the Great British Pound, the Japanese yen. It's more about currencies. So stuff that's vitally important for currencies, a lot of times it's not super vital for the equity side. You know what I'm saying? But during times of like where we at now with like inflationary times and like the dollar been like super strong, and it's been like, if the dollar super strong, it really hurt US companies that do a lot of bid or make a lot of money from overseas type stuff when the dollar really strong, because the dollar being really strong make the other currencies weak. You know what I'm saying? It make the other currencies weak, so it really hurt, you know what I'm saying, companies that get a lot of money from overseas type stuff, right? And it really hurt like the growth companies and stuff like that right there, because a lot of them, they getting that money from like overseas type stuff when the dollar be strong, right? But these JOLTS numbers, right, it like affect currencies directly. So the currencies got it as red, but Econo Day got it as green, meaning like it's not a market mover. But since we worried about inflation, we looking at like it like the Fed saying, long as the jobs are strong, they not gonna go crazy on raising the interest rates. Long as the jobs are strong, they not gonna go crazy. They not gonna be like, they ain't gonna force a recession. Long as the jobs are strong, right? So even though it's green on Econo Day, right, this is important for the equities because of the environment that we in. It's part of the whole narrative. You got to know the narrative. It's part like the environment we in. We watching these jobs numbers like a hawk, because if the jobs ain't looking right, so if the jobs ain't looking right, then like the Fed gon', you know what I'm saying, keep on tightening that quantitative tightening. They gonna force this inflation. I mean, they gonna force this recession if them jobs ain't looking right. But as long as the jobs looking right, they ain't gonna keep raising them interest rates at no elevated or very aggressive intervals. You know what I'm saying? They can ease back a little bit and not raise it as much, and because it'll help bring it down to the 2% where they want to get to, without having to force the recession or try to get too aggressive or get too hawkish or whatever you want to say. But like I say, Forex Factory got it labeled as red because it's important, you know what I'm saying, and it affects the currencies and stuff directly. But the Econo Day had it set to green, and you can read what it's about. If you don't know what the JOLTS numbers is about, you can read what it's about and like what the word JOLTS mean if you don't understand, you know what I'm saying, what it is. And if you click on why investors care on anything that's on here, it show you why you should care about this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? It show you why I should care right there. And then later on this week, we got non-farm payroll. You know what I'm saying? We got non-farm payroll on Friday, I think. It's like the first Friday of every month, I believe, if I ain't mistaken. Employment situation. That whenever you hear people talk about non-farm payroll, that's what it is. That is labeled employee situation on Econo Day. I don't know why they name it employment situation, but we got non-farm payroll. We got jobless claims, the initial jobless claim. That's every Thursday. Non-farm payroll, I believe it's the first Friday of every month. Let's go check that. I think it's the first Friday of every month. Let's check that out. I think it's the first Friday schedule. Yeah. So today is the 5th. I mean, Friday gonna be the 5th. And then it's on August 9th. Yeah, it looked like the first Friday of every month. So we got the 9th of the 2nd of September. I said so we got August 8-5. Oh, so the July numbers. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm tripping. Okay, so August 5th, you get the July numbers. September 2nd, yeah. And then October, that was throwing me off because I'm like, wait a minute, why they say August and it say a 9? So October 7th, yeah, so it's the first Friday of every month. Yeah, the first Friday of every month, October 7th, and then November 4th. Yeah. So the first Friday of every month, the non-farm payroll numbers come out. First Friday of every month. And initial jobless claim, that's every week. We got some international trades and goods services on Thursday also at the same time as initial jobless claims. And then the petroleum numbers coming out on Wednesday. I ain't even gonna hold you. I never even pay attention to the petroleum numbers. I ain't even gonna hold you. I really don't. I really don't. Maybe because like energy is such a small part of the SPY. Energy is such a small part of SPY. So if energy take off or if energy tank, it's not gonna really make a difference to the SPY for me because it's just a teeny part of the SPY. So I never even pay attention to that. But if if that's something that you into, you might want to pay attention to that. You want to pay attention to everything that's on this Econo Day calendar because it's all important. No matter what color they code these buttons, you want to get in there and get to know what that stuff is for, what it means, and look at why investors care, and that'll give you a better outlook of why the ES, the NQ, or the Dow is acting the way it's acting and doing the things it's doing at certain times of the week, at certain times of the day. When you hear people saying, "Oh, this was the news candle," right? Then you'll understand because of this news right here, jobless claims. You can understand at 8:30 on Thursday, August 4th, the jobless claims number was good or bad. That's why we had this spike at 8:30 because it was good or bad, the numbers. That's how you figure out when people talk about the news counters and stuff like that. And plus it just keep you up to date on the economy, and it help you out with your planning, your trades, planning your investments, planning all of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, you hear the big fight back and forth between the technical analysis traders and the fundamental traders, and they have all the little different little names that they call each other. They talk technicals don't matter, fundamentals don't matter, all of it matter, man. And because the technical analysis, right? The technical analysis ain't nothing but the fundamental data played out in the price action. That's all it is. So when I see people on going back and forth like, oh, the technicals don't matter. Oh, you know what I mean? The fundamentals don't matter. When I see people going back and forth like that right there, I'll be like, both of y'all sound stupid because the candles, the news, the algos are reacting to the fundamental information. If we have poor earnings, right? If we have poor earnings when good earnings are expected, the stock price tanks. So when the stock price tank because of bad earnings, it moves down in the price action. And where do you get the technicals from? From the price action. So the price action, the technicals, is nothing but the fundamental data played out through the price of the stock. So it's like, that's why I don't understand that, man. I know I went on a rant talking about that right there, but I don't care. Hey, man, y'all already know what I want to see Spalene do, so we ain't gonna waste time talking about that. We went through and talked about what the price action did today. It was just a range day. It was a range day, and it's slowly edging down to the downside. I really wanted to come down a little bit more. Like I always say, we can cool off by either pulling back or retracing. You know what I'm saying? If you hear me say pull back, that means we going up and we need to cool off by pulling back, coming down. If you hear me say retrace, that means we going down and we need to cool off by retracing back up, right? And then the other way you can cool off is to consolidate. Go just like how we did over here. You see, we blast off too far, too fast, then we consolidate it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days before dropping, right? This a sloppy consolidation right here, but we're trying to carve out a bottom. Sloppy consolidation, but it's still within a defined range. It's a big, ugly, sloppy range, but this whole area right there is just some sloppy consolidation. So right here, we can come here and consolidate. I'll be fine with that. Give the EMA a little bit of time to catch back up. And then you see right here, this 20 period about to cross that 50 period. So that's still kind of bullish. This 200 is starting to curve out, starting to flatten out. It's still coming down, but it's starting to curve now. It's starting to curve now, meaning, you know what I'm saying, the force to the downside is running out. Shout out, what's the name? It's Stock Trade. I think it's Stock Trade or whatever it is. Shout out, he pretty much said one of the things that it's kind of like what Mark was talking about one time, Mark Monroe, but I ain't never noticed, so I'm gonna share it with y'all. If somebody already know it, I don't care, just listen anyway, right? If you want to see like the other side of the story when looking at the SPY, I don't know if it worked for Eric. Matter of fact, we can test it right now while I'm talking about it, right? But looking at the SPY, right? If you want to see the reverse side of the story, if you want to see the flip side of the story, like just at a quick glance, right? If you come to like the thing up here on TradingView, right? And then you put 1/SPY and hit that right there, it gives you the inverse of it. It gives you the inverse of the SPY. And if you look at it, let me pull it over here. Let me pull this to the side real quick and open up another tab so I can show you what I'm talking about, right? I'm going to put Spalene back over here on this side. Spalene. There you go. Right, boom. So I put Spalene over there, right? Then I'm going to come back in here. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to come back in here, and then we got Spalene there, and I'm going to go 1/SPY, and boom, it's the inverse. It's the inverse of that right there. If I turn on what's the name, see, it's the exact inverse of the SPY. So it's like now you can see the other side of the story at a quick boom. Like if you're like, just say if you're so it's the inverse. So like and on the video what he was talking about, he was like, okay, if people say, hey, this bull rally really ain't real, I don't see it. I think it's just gonna get sold off, right? And then he was like, okay, boom, let's look at it from the other way and see if it's really real, right? So boom, now when you look at, I can't remember exactly what he said about it, but now boom, looking at it from the inverse way, you see how the 200 starting to trying to act like it want to curve down now. The 200 was going up, but now it's trying to curve down, right? The 50 was going up, the 50 is starting to curve down. This ain't what he said. This is what I'm saying. I'm just looking at it now because I can't remember what he said, right? I just remember I was like, oh, that's a gem right there. So I can look at the reverse without trying to figure it out. I can just look at the reverse side of it. So now, right, we got these relative equal lows right here, which are these relative equal highs. So does it look, when looking at it like this right here, does this look very weak, or does this look very strong? Like when you're looking at it. So if you look at this right here and say, hey, this look fake. This don't look like it's that strong. Look at the reverse side. Then you be like, wait a minute. If this looking real weak, that has to be strong. Because it's just the inverse. If you look at this and say, hey, this look real weak, then you got to say that look real strong. You know what I'm saying? But if you say this don't look all that strong over here, then you have to say, okay, this don't look all that weak, because it's just the inverse of it. You know what I'm saying? And just look, and I ain't no real EMA trader or nothing like that, but all I know is, just like how when you break a 20 period, you break a 50 period, the next stop be the 200 or closer as it can to the 200. Just like when we broke this 50 period, when we broke this 20 period, the next stop was the 50, right? We retested the 50 and we kept it and we pushed up, looking like the next stop is the 200. Let's come to the other side, right? We came up here, we lost the 20 period right here where we regained the 20 period. We tested it again, right? Failed. Tested it again, passed it, then took the 50 period. Tested it, failed. Lost the 50 period. Came down, retest the 50 period, lost it. Came down, retest the 50 period, kept it. It's the exact, you know what I'm saying? If you look over here, if you can look at this and say this is very weak, looking at the gaps, right? This gap right here, we defended this gap very well, right? This gap right here got defended very well. This one right here, right? This gap got defended very well. Came down, defended it well. Came down, defended it well. Came down, broke through it. Came back, lost it, right? This gap right here got blew through. Got its back blown out. This gap right here, got it, ain't try to defend it at all. Got his back blown out. Came down, tested that 50 period. Get out of here. Get out my way, punk. Right? That's the same. It's the same gaps over here. So it's like, if it's looking real weak, I ain't saying it's just going to die off. But if this come to test this 200 period to the downside, this will test the 200 period to the upside. That's just like when he gave, I was like, oh, that's a gem. And then look at where we at right now for the support and resistance traders, right? Support and resistance trader right here. This is the February high for this one, which is the February low on this one here. We right there at that February high, right? Testing that February high, right? Closed below it, right? Gapped up above it, came back down, tested it, closed right at it again. So now, boom, we right there testing this February high, right? So if we come up, let's say we come back up to this gap right here. We come back up to this gap right here and sell back down, right? Because it's looking weak. This is looking weak. We got a breaking structure here, came back to the breaking structure, sold off. Any kind of way you want to look at it. You want to look at the EMAs, you want to look at the price action, got a breaking structure, made a fair value gap, traded back up into the fair value gap and the breaker right there. Same thing on the other side, pushed it down, boom. It's the same thing over here, just in the reverse, right? So now we're pushing down, we cool off. If we come down and break below these lows right here, or get a closure below these lows, what that means, the market saying a closure below these lows, the market saying I want to go this way now. Go get a weekly break below that, but a closure up here, the market saying, yeah, I want to go that way, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I always look at price action. I just want to share that with y'all, man. Anytime I see something, every time I see something, I like to just share it. Anyone know how to see the inverse in TOS? I don't know. I don't use TOS. I got TOS. I got a TOS account, but I don't use it. Do anybody know how to do that? Those highs are the end of market maker buy model, which NQ completed today. Thank you, Victor, with your market maker buy model. Shout out, excuse me, shout out to nephew Quanta who came on, who did an excellent job breaking down the market maker buy models and the market maker sell models. Y'all know my ADD don't let me pay attention to nothing real long. I was studying those like crazy for about 2 weeks, and then I was like, psh, just like I did with the breakers. I was studying the breakers crazy for like 1 week, and then I was like, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, she said, Rhonda said put a dash in the front on TOS. Put a dash in the front for TOS. But what said Vic? Those highs are the end of a market maker buy model. Talk about these over here. These highs right here. That was the end of the market maker buy model. With the what's this? It's a V. It's a V and a A. I don't know. I ain't gonna try to remember back that far. Oh, let's look at the volume real quick. The daily volume. The daily volume dropped off a little bit today, but it's still higher. It's still more volume than the bearish volume. So that's still looking bullish. That's still looking bullish. Made a new daily high. It's still looking bullish. So remember what I say. I always stick with the trend until I'm proven wrong. Since I'm primarily a swing trader, I'm looking for reasons to buy. I missed my entry right here the other day, last week. This was my entry right here. I missed it. I put in my order to get it, and I missed it. That was my entry last week. I only got one opportunity last week, and I missed it. So bad, so sad. Now I'm looking for another opportunity to buy, right? I'm wanting us to come down and give me something right around here. Let me see. Okay, so this is the discount right there. This is the discount right here in between these days here. So the fair value gap is a little bit deeper into the discount than I want. But I will if we got back down into this fair value gap right here, I would put on like a small, this ain't no really A plus setup. So I would put on like a small trade. I'll put on a small swing trade if we got back down into this daily fair value gap right here. I'll put on a small swing trade, and I'll risk it. I'll risk it down. If we get a closure outside of this daily fair value gap, I'll be looking to get out of it. If we got down into this fair value gap right here, I'll try to get it at about 50%. I'll take a small position because this ain't no grade A setup, but I will take a small position since the bullish is like real bullish right now. So I will take a small swing trade at this fair value gap right here if we got down to it tomorrow, and try to take it back up. Yeah, I'll take a little small position there. If we got down to this breaking structure right here, right? If we got down to this breaking structure right here and then act like we wanted to reverse after I got in here and just said it kept going down and stopped me out. Once we got down to this breaking structure, I would wait for it to reverse before I tried to put on another swing trade. I wouldn't go right back in here because, like I say, this is not giving me like a really A plus setup with how it's, you know what I'm saying? Because the discount is below this fair value gap, right? And then this fair value gap is deeper into the retracement than I like to try to go heavy on. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to try to go heavy that deep into the pullback. That's not my style. Anybody got anything, man? Yeah, it's like I was on them breakers for like a week, and then I was like, get out of here. You're making me think too much. Yeah, it make me think too much. Do anybody got anything, man? I'm going to put the link in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat. I don't want no foolery today. All right, the link is in the chat. If anybody want to pull up and ask anything, if anybody want to pull up and share anything, I know I didn't do a whole lot of talking about the price action today. I talked more about um I talked more about how to like look at the economic data and just talking about the economic data and stuff like that, because we get caught up sometimes on like focusing on like one part of it, and that's why I'm trying to put together these panels. At first I initially was thinking about like doing one panel with like about 8 or 9 different people, but shout out to cousin Q. I was talking to Q, and he gave me a better idea. He was like, the conversation to get lost with that many people, and plus we've heard that conversation before, especially like with the people that, what I'm saying, I was talking about involving. And so now he gave me the idea of, let's do it. He was like, you know what I'm saying, you can do it, it's your platform, you know what I'm saying, and I support you, but I would rather see people paired together where we've never seen that conversation before. You know what I'm saying? Here, like, I think that'll give more value to the viewers. And I was like, you know what, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Cause this, for me, this has never been about like trying to build a following. You know what I'm saying? Like people and Spider Gang know it's like y'all was trying to push me to get on YouTube way before I even started doing it on YouTube for real. I like YouTube was a second thought. I just had it like streaming to the YouTube because I knew a couple people that don't have Instagram and they wanted to see the videos. So I just had it. I never even used to pay YouTube no attention. It was like a second thought. Matter of fact, the homie Mark from Trading with a Dummy, he was like, oh, so you just don't love us on YouTube. You don't answer our questions. You know what I'm saying? But it's never been about trying to build a following for me. It's always been about sharing the most valuable information that I had to share for free. So now it's like I'm trying to find like strategic people to put together the conversation I really want to put together, the one, without a shadow of a doubt, if I don't get any other conversation put together, the one I want to get put together will consist of Q, you know what I'm saying, one of my financial advisors. I wanted Dustin, but I think Dustin said he busy for like 3 weeks. Like he taking flying lessons again. But I really would love for Eric to pull up, because Dustin has been on Tim's Tidbit before and he did a great job. Eric has never been on Tim's Tidbit, but Eric is a phenomenal, like, he's a phenomenal fiduciary. It's like he, in the way he think about stuff, in like the lessons that he give, you know what I'm saying, during the fin tips, and during like the he gonna be doing wine and wealth for us this week, like just the stuff, the information he provide, like how I be saying Charles Coney make me think about stuff in a different way. Eric make me think about stuff in a different way. So I'm really trying to push to get. I'm waiting to hear back from Eric now. Dustin already hit me up and said he can't do it, but he gonna check with Eric, see if Eric want to do it. I'm waiting for Eric to hit me back now to see if he gonna want to pull up. So I want to have Eric, I want to have Q, and then I really want a female perspective to be there. I'm gonna make Lex do it. I don't care what she say. I'm gonna make Lex do it, and then we just gonna have like a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Something that's outside of, hey, look at this mother bar, inside bar. Hey, look at this breaker. Hey, look at this fair value gap. Hey, look at this head and shoulders. Hey, look at, cause we get so caught up in the quick day trade setups, we forget about that we supposed to be building generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? And we can't build generational wealth if we sitting up here trying to day trade every day. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's why I started focusing more on just swing trading, because I'm like, I retired and I just traded in one job for another. I'm stressed out every day. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a trade every single day, and it's like I'm driving myself crazy. You know what I'm saying? But we need to focus on what's Eric information. It's he's my financial advisor. It's jazzwealth.com. He's the new fiduciary that's on staff at Jazz Wealth. Before Dustin was the only financial advisor. Everybody else, they play their role in the company. But Eric is another licensed financial advisor. He's a fiduciary also. So now we got two fiduciaries at Jazz Wealth, and it's jazzwealth.com. You go to jazzwealth.com and you can schedule a call and talk to them. They cool people. They really cool people. They won't try to force you to um they won't try to force you to like work with them. They'll sit down, have a conversation with you, and you just go to jazzwealth.com right here, and you scroll down and hit I think is it reach out. I don't know if it's reach out. They done changed the site. They show you like the fees. This is like their fees. Is it invest now? Um, yeah, this is it right here. You go through and you fill out these questions, and then it schedules a call, and then they'll call you on the date that you pick, and they'll just sit down and talk with you. And if it's a fit, if you a fit, you know what I'm saying, you tell them, hey, it's a fit, I want to go with you. If you're not a fit, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to go with them, but they'll list to everything you got going on. And like, you know what I'm saying, see, because when I talked to him, he told me it wasn't nothing he can do for me. He'll like, hey, Tim, you got everything. You just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be fine. Ain't nothing I can do for you. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, sign me up. Take care of that right there. Tim foolery. No Tim foolery. You a fool, J Raw. But yeah, man, I don't see no questions in the comments. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hopefully somebody was able to be just as wild by the inverse spy as I was. Oh, I supposed to been looking at if you can do it with some other than the spy. Let's go to QQQ, see if you can do it with QQQ. Let me see if that'll work. /QQQ. Oh, it worked. I wonder if it only worked with like ETFs. It worked. Let me put up Apple. Let me see if it worked with Apple. If it worked with an individual stock, /Apple. It worked. So it worked with anything. You can look at the inverse. It worked with anything. That's cool. That's cool if your eyes just see it a different way, even. That's cool. AAPL. Yeah. It's the same. It worked with anything. It worked with anything to see the inverse of it. Cool. Yep. Because that's just the opposite. Yep. Yep. That worked for anything. Cool, dude. You're the coolest dude in school. You're the coolest dude in school. And put this back on Spylane. Hey, I'm getting ready to get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with the old man. I done been on here for 53 minutes, and I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing but running my mouth. What Kevo said? Oh, it say only on the daily. It only do it on the daily though. It don't do it on lower time frames. I don't care. That's all I needed for on the daily. Appreciate it. Tasha say hit the likes button. Tasha, tell Snoopy I said ow, 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 ow. He know what I'm talking about. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 o'clock. Baby, when am I supposed to take the Oh, it's at 10. It's at 10. What time? Am I supposed to take somebody tomorrow? I don't know. The third. Okay, I got to do some registration sometime this week. So we'll play it by ear with the morning thing on that day. I know I got to go twice to take the boys to school. I got to figure out the time, so we'll play it by ear. But I will see y'all tomorrow for the overnight price action. Shout out Trading with a Dummy, Mark Trading with a Dummy. I appreciate you, Mark. Hey, Mark, I'm gonna call you. Because I want you to I want to try to see if I can link up with I want to see if you can link me up with your boy JT. out with your boy JT because I want him to be one of the people on our conversations. I wouldn't mind having like JT, Mo. Yeah, me, JT, maybe Mo. Like conversation that people never heard before. Cause right now I'm trying to get Eric. Q already said he down. I'm waiting to hear back from Eric. Cause Dustin said he can't do it cause he taking flying lessons again. But I want to get Q and Eric together, cause you know Eric a real fiduciary. Q work on Wall Street for real, and then I want to get a female perspective in there too. I might reach out to Briscoe. I'll see, but I want to see if you can link me up with the pocket watch dude, and I want to get him on there with somebody. I was thinking maybe Mo, cause Mo, you know what I'm saying, he think deep about the market too. Um, and I'm trying to think maybe PDub, JT, PDub, just have a conversation with them. That'd be a good combination. You know what I'm saying, JT. But anyway, I'm gonna call you, man. But I appreciate y'all, and I see y'all in the morning, man. Enjoy your family, get some dinner, give yourself a brain break until tomorrow morning. Gone.